Last time on Astro's Playroom.
Oh. Alright, that bugged me.
You're gonna go back and get that one coin. I was also looking at possibly other games we could probably do another playthrough of after this. There was one I had completely forgot about that we started and never finished. We started Zelda the Minish Cap a long time ago. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't, actually.
Yeah, we were... I want to say I probably just turned about 20 or so.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I want to say... It was a long time. It was... we had a Wii U.
Oh, Lord. Everybody's watching is like, how old are you?
How old are you guys? Alright, welcome back everyone again. We are back with some more Astro's Playroom playthrough.
Oh.
Wow, the bad thing is I had something I was going to say and lead into, and I forgot it as soon as we started the episode. I don't know, maybe it'll come back to me.
Yeah. Gold.
Couple little birds flying through. I just realized I've been pretty quiet and I should be talking. That was close.
Oh. I tried to grab you the first time.
Oh, it's so happy now.
Oh.
It wanted you to grab it all along.
I tried grabbing the first time. Yeah. No, you talking about this, like, collecting stuff. Getting all the gold skull spiders in Ocarina of Time was brutal.
I will definitely say that was
the worst one.
Yeah. I will say, I think that one was harder. Those were a lot more well hidden. Trying to find all those and all the, like, piece of hearts in Ocarina of Time was really tough.
You know, you talking about playing, me playing this and stuff. One game that you should play, that I played and really enjoyed, is the Jack trilogy.
The Jack trilogy?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
It's a game that it's a series that came out for PlayStation 2 that I think
Oh, okay. You talking about like Jak and Daxter?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've never played that.
Yeah, the first one's called Jak and Daxter, but all the ones after that are just called Jak.
Oh, okay.
There's Jak 2, Jak 3.
I actually bought the whole trilogy a while ago, but I never played it. But yeah, about to say that's definitely something we should consider doing, because I heard they were really good games and I really wanted to play them.
They're very good. I really enjoyed them.
So if we do a playthrough, I might end up just going back after we do the playthrough and just try to platinum the game if it's not too difficult.
For the most part, no. The third one's a little frustrating.
Does it have missable trophies where, like, if you go so far in the game you can't go back and pick them up, you'd have to start a new file?
The second one does.
Oh, that's... I always hate whenever there are trophies. To me, those trophies should never exist in a game, because it's like, oh, you messed up, you should go back and play the game again just to get it. The only time it's really understandable to me is like the Dark Souls series, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Once you beat the game, you start a new game plus, but you don't lose any of your equipment, your level, or something like that. You know, it's just the game gets a little harder. so you don't really lose your progress. But, you know, it makes it a little easier to go through another new game again. And plus, you know, there are usually some extra little things you can pick up and different routes you can take. Yeah, so, yeah, but basically what you say, you know, everything you pick up and collect, you know, puzzle pieces, artifacts, systems, and everything will end up in this room.
Okay.
The triangle. And also, I just want to, like, tell for other people. So that whole world, the GPU jungle, was based off the PlayStation 4. So if you notice, like, the triggers and stuff were based off, like, the new triggers they created for the PlayStation 4. You know, they had, like, a really good GPU put into the PlayStation 4. So, I would say, if you know, you'll pick up even more things than that if you just, like, really start looking around and stuff like that. And also, like, the lighting and all that, the graphics were really good.
But no, back to the Jacks. I loved, like, I knew of them, but I never sit down and play them because I was a huge PlayStation 2 guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a lot of my favorite games that were PlayStation 2. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. You know, downloaded it on my. I beat them all on my PS4, and great decision. The first one was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Platinumed it very easily. The second one, I couldn't go back to some worlds, but there's like a trick to get what you need.
Like, when you say there's a trick to go back and get what you need, you mean like a glitch or an exploit or something?
Yeah, like there was, like,
so people found a way around it.
Basically, like, there's like eggs, I think, that you collect, like, from, like, Beast or something. I can't remember now, it's been a while.
Right.
It's like some of those materials. So, but I couldn't go back and get the ones that I was missing because once you go to a certain place, that world is shut off because of like an accident or something.
Oh.
That happens later, so you can't return to that level. So, but fortunately, somebody knew like a little glitch you could do, and you can get those last couple ones.
Yeah, that's kind of like, you know, I played Final Fantasy IX recently, and there's a trophy. You have to do a jump rope challenge, and you have to do 1,000 successful jumps without missing. And it starts out at like a really slow speed, but like after 20 it picks up, and after 50, then after 100, you know, and it just keeps picking up speed. And that's kind of like I was saying earlier about like wireless controllers having a slight bit of input lag compared to wired controllers. So I just couldn't do it. Like I couldn't even get past 50 without having a mistake. Thankfully, some guy wrote a code online to do the jump rope challenge. He set it up. So I went back in there, took that code, and I modified it and changed it so that way I could do it on PS5. And I just let it sit there for
That's a lie. That's a filthy lie.
Wow, that thing barely caught you.
Oh, they didn't catch me at all.
But yeah, I went back there and modified it and everything, and then I let it run for, I think it took it about 20 minutes before it finally hit it just right to where it got me 1,000 jumps. So, I mean, I'm not going to lie and say that I cheated to get the jump rope challenge, because I am not going to sit there and practice to get 1,000 consecutive jumps. Like, that is just absolutely ridiculous. That's the kind of stuff in the game that I don't know why that stuff exists, because you're talking about literally sitting there and hitting one button 1,000 times.
Yeah, that's like the third one.
The third jack?
Yeah, the third jack. The one thing that kind of like is tough on it is like the eggs or whatever they were. I think they're eggs, but that you had to like collect in the second one. They decided to make like 5,000 of them.
Oh gosh! Like, is that an exaggeration, or are you serious?
No, it's a little exaggerated, but it just
A
feels
little.
like,
So about 4,500 then.
yeah, well, it's like it's about 4,000. But no, it's like so many that it's like very frustrating, and I kind of kept trying to keep a lookout for them as I was progressing in the game, and did not have very many at all.
That kind of reminds me whenever we was playing, Zelda Breath of the Wild, and
the seeds?
yes,
Yeah,
the Korok seeds.
It wasn't that bad, but it felt like it.
Yeah, we're getting these Korok seeds. We were picking them up every chance we got, and I think we had over 300 at one point. And we were like, dude, we've almost got to have all these. Like, this is an insane amount. We're only missing a few. And I had bought the strategy guide back when the game first released. But the way we play games, we don't look up answers. We don't like that because we feel like it takes away from the game. Because the whole point of a game is you're supposed to figure out the strategies. You're supposed to, or come up with your own strategies even. That's kind of the fun of it, is figuring out what to do all on your own. Because it gives you a sense of accomplishment and it's rewarding. So I didn't open it up or anything. We had done everything. Like, we legit figured out everything we had to do, all the side quests. And I was sitting, I was like, you know what, you want me to just look up on the strategy guide since I have it and just see how many there are, just see how close we are? I was like, because we can see how many there are, but I won't look up how to get them. And my brother, he was like, yeah, sure, that's fine. And I looked up and I was like, dude, I'm not doing this. There's 900. I was like, if you want to do it, you can do it by yourself. I am not going to play this game and get 900 Korok seeds. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That is quite unfortunate. Oh my gosh.
Well, at least the checkpoint was right there.
And the reason we do that is we grew up with a father that wouldn't help us on that stuff. He would always challenge us.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm really glad he done that, because I enjoy games so much more because he didn't help us. Like, well, I mean, we say he didn't help us. Like, sometimes on like games or something like that, he'll like play with us or something. But just to give you an example of what we're talking about, the most notable thing I remember him doing us with that on was Ocarina of Time, because he would be ahead of us on the game, and of course us being like 5 or 6 or something like that, we were like, oh Dad, how did you beat that? And he would just look at it, he'd like, figure it out on your own. And it wasn't that he was like trying to be mean or something like that. He was trying to teach us the value of like, where the fun is in a game. Because if you just have someone beat stuff for you all the time, you really just don't, you don't get that sense of accomplishment. You don't really get the enjoyment of playing the game anymore.
Well, and dude, it kind of prepares you for kind of life too, because nobody's just going to give you the answers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It was kind of a good teaching for everything.
Yeah, it was definitely a I forgot kind of the word. It's kind of like a double blessing, basically, in a way.
Well, now, but when it comes to like stuff like when we're competitive about like Mario Kart,
yeah,
stuff, it's usually pretty funny because it's kind of on.
Yeah, and like if someone figures out something that makes something easier, like if we're competing against that, we don't withhold it from one another. We'll be like, hey, I just found out that this makes this part a little easier or something like that. But yeah, when it comes to like playing a Zelda game or an adventure game or something like that, you really want to figure out the strategies on your own.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I can tell you, whenever I do speedruns or like the network speedrun stages, the ball is my least favorite suit to use.
Well, I can understand why.
Yeah, it just does not feel... the thing I complain about it is that it doesn't feel consistent. I feel like I'm doing the same thing, but it'll like go different directions. And the thing is, I know it's me, but it just does not feel like me. But yeah, I do not like the ball suit at all.
But yeah, our family's huge Mario Kart competitors.
Yes. There for a while we was playing Mario Party. We played that for years, and we really enjoyed that because, you know, our mom, she doesn't really get into gaming much. She really just likes to play to just spend time with us, which is really sweet. But we liked playing Mario Party because it's set up more like a board game. And, you know, she likes that more. She likes board games more. And that was just kind of like the perfect of both worlds. But what made it really fun was whenever we started playing Fortune Street for the Wii. That game was tons of fun. It didn't include the minigame side that Mario Party has.
Which
but
is the part she hated.
Yeah, which is understandable. Because sometimes the minigames can feel really like unfair toward like the bigger team or the one person or whatever it may be, or especially like people who've played games for a long time.
I was like, I know my breath's getting through.
Yeah, like I know it doesn't smell that bad. Now come on.
But she usually, like, sometimes we all play a little dirty at times. Like, especially me and my dad. We like know how to like try to like get the upper hand on somebody and mess and like just kind of like messing with somebody. But nobody gets to our mom more than our dad.
Yeah.
It's like a whole other game when we play Fortune Street, and he'll find little things that he could do with his character just to irritate her. That way she's not at the top of her game.
They're so funny.
And usually, me and Exelis have our own little rivalry going on while they're doing that.
Oh, always, in everything. If we can be competitive, we're going to be competitive.
Because in Fortune Street, one thing you can do is you can, it costs money, but you can buy out and mess up somebody's rolls. And that happens a lot. And we know that it's coming if the other one lands on its spot. So we try to hurry up and buy. And then, because if Exelis doesn't get it, then my dad's going to. So. And they will, without hesitation, take my stuff. And I know it's coming. And they will enjoy it every moment.
Yeah, and sometimes, like, even though you're going to lose, sometimes, like, people will do that whole buyout thing. So that way people don't make as much money. It drags the game on a little bit, but it's like, well, you know, I'm going to need every opportunity I can get at this point. But we're at the end of this video. So we're going to go ahead and stop it here. And we will keep continuing. So we will see you in the next one. Bye.